Okay, episode 243. Oh, is this another mangaka? Yeah, mangaka episode. Like, Zufi. Hungry Hero. That's so obvious. I think inspiration would be nice, but I direct copy. But it's nice that he's getting this advice from definitely his editor. Yeah. So still has doesn't have a serialized. Man. He's like he's criticizing himself. Konishi. Daito. Oh, nakasari. So I guess he's the fourth editor now. Mado ka, Magic. Man. But it's cool that how. Because, yeah, I guess Gintama is more like it doesn't have any. It has a unique pattern compared to the other shonen manga. So he's looking for N3016. Oh, from the prison arc episode. Yeah. Shachi? Yeah, it's Shachi. Draw your life on the canvas, we call a manga. So I wonder what I guess Shachi is based from a real mangaka. I wonder what work what is his from what manga. I wonder if how much of this is somewhat related to in real life. What if Shachi I wonder if Shachi is really a fugitive or something. A finalist. A Shinigami. He's oh, what is Gin doing here? Oh no, he will influence the manga of this of Shachi. The art. Oh, this is going to be Death Note? Because I knew that. Oh, it is from Bakuman. Yeah. Ashirogi Muto, was it? Is that their pen name? Is this Ishachi the a reference from the author of Death Note? But I think that's been so long ago. Or maybe are they going doing a throwback to Bakuman itself? Mute Ashiroge. Man, so obvious. It does- it's like a Dragon Ball. Yeah, I thought so. Because of Gin's influence, he will ruin Shachi's potential. Now becomes a harem. But man, Gintama is still in Shonen Jump, but but the things that they usually joke about is somewhat R rated. I wonder if that's somewhat toned down in the manga. But definitely, I think somewhat still the same with the anime. Too beefy. Oh yeah, I forgot it was Gin's art style. They really want the shoulder pads that much. It's like a Gundam. I think there's an anime like that that has the armor. I guess it's like a mecha anime. I forgot the title of the anime. Incorporate battles. Now it's a combination of fantasy and mecha. Man, Gin really. I think he's really ruining Shachi's work. Crappy drawings. Let's see. What if it's so good? I don't think. Yeah, I don't think he needs an artist, man. But then there still has the shoulder pads. But so they're changing the roles now. But yeah. But the problem is, I don't think Gin also has a decent story writing skill. I don't think. I think with that, I think it would become much better if Gin doesn't. God damn it. It's so it's definitely from Death Note. Pre death. Chagi, Asuka, Chagi and Asuka. Chagi. Yeah, it is from that. Is that light? Man, this is so absurd. Man. Oh, so the Shinigami is the heroine. Man. Man. They're just ruining the manga of Shachi. Man, the shoulder pads. I wonder where Sorachi got the inspiration in pushing the shoulder pads this much. Man, he's in prison. Man, he lost his mind. Man, the struggles of the editors. Oh, that's it. Man, it really gave me a good laugh when they. Man, just you could hear the the pain in the voice of the editor. We just, I guess, yeah. We just absurd it, and how absurd and how, man, how crazy the manga that they did. But yeah, and it's really cool that they're doing the, I guess, a parody of the Bakuman from. If you haven't watched it, it's a really cool perspective with regards to how the manga artists make their manga and how difficult it really is to be serialized by Shonen Jump. And I guess it's mostly about Shonen Jump. So being how difficult it is to be serialized, and I think they also somewhat had a references there with the other manga artists. I wonder who Sorachi is among those artists they showed in Bakuman. But it's cool that they're also doing somewhat doing that here with the uh mo- I forgot the name in Gintama, but it's from the Ashirogi Muto from the two um main characters is also somewhat as like a callback or a reference to the authors of Death Note. Chagin. What's with so they have an anime. man, they really pull it off. Even man, the dialogue, it's all over the place. I think that's another thing that I also love from the Bakuman anime is how they show some of the stories that they made up, and I guess seeing it somewhat animated or yeah. What's with that? Walking. Man, but the voice actors are really good. Now they all have at the end. That's a cool episode. I really enjoyed that, especially the callback to Batman, and yeah, it's really yeah, it's showing again another, I guess, perspective with regards to the editors in their struggle to find a talented artist and um, manga. So it's not, it's really like sometimes they say it's really based on luck that for them to find that really good kind of interesting manga, because yeah, it's really true. It's that's I think that's one of the hardest things is that a lot of aspiring authors or artists usually usually their works are so similar to other um, manga that it's really hard to for it to stand out. There's a lot of similarities, so I think that's one of the things that would be really hard if you want to be able to, if you want to start a story or something, or is how original it will be, how interesting, and not just being original but how interesting it will be at the same time. So, and usually they will also have, of course, um, inspirations from the ones that they really like. So it's somewhat shows to their work. But I think that the problem with the first, was it the first artist that the Vanguard was meeting, is that it's so it's so obvious where it that, and it's just like a copy paste of, I guess, the art style. Maybe the story is different, but the art style, I get, no, not the art style, but the characters themselves. It's definitely so obvious that it's a Dragon Ball copycat. But yeah, with also with the with Gin and the Chagit, it's so it really reminded me of Bakuman when they said that there are two. I think because I think before it was like a rare case. It doesn't really happen that much that there are two, that there is an author and there's an artist. But I think it's more common now, or it depends. But usually it's just like a single. The author and the artist are the same person. I think I think that's how Death Note was created. That there are two, um that the artist and the author are different, and they also created a manga and an anime that is also somewhat based from their I guess experience as a mangaka with Death Note, with Bakuman. So yeah, it's really cool seeing somewhat seeing that here, and also all the other editors that Gintama had, and yeah, it's really cool seeing that. And so he's the fourth editor, and also the different characters. And definitely I think the one who really stood out is Onishi. Was it Onishi? Yeah, because I think he was the first editor of Sorachi. And yeah, and they said that Sorachi now is like the editor of One Piece. But I think from if I remember correctly from Bakuman, usually they change the editors. I guess it depends on whether the because I thought that I remember that the editors are assigned to different authors that has been serialized, or most of the time they are the ones who approach the editor in showing their work as applying as a to be as a like a one shot or maybe for serial, but I think it's still a long process for them to be serialized. But yeah, and at the same time maybe um the editors maybe are, it depends of the performance of the manga, because there are rankings of the manga in Shonen Jump. I think every week or every, yeah, I think it's every week, because there's like a voting system from the readers on who's the most popular within the, I think 12 or 20 manga weekly that they publish in Shonen Jump. So yeah, that's pretty much. I just love how ridiculous the story that Shachi and Gintoki made, and I wonder if Shachi really is like um a reference to the author um of the author of Death Note, or it's a different person. And yeah, I wonder if he's really a fugitive, or if he's a former prisoner or something like that. I wonder if that's if they could do that, if Shonen Jump could do that, that a prisoner could be like a mangaka or something. But yeah, I just love, th- man. I just really loved with just how the ridiculous the shoulder pads is. They really push through that, and yeah, what really made me laughed about it even more is just the reaction of the editor when he was reading their was it a name, or I think it's a manuscript. No, it's, I think it's a name, the one that they've shown, because I remember from Bakuman that they first they submit a name, and once the editor approved the name that they sent, then they push it to become a manuscript, and then the manuscript becomes published in the magazine. So yeah, it's just really cool seeing how absurd and how ridiculous the story that they made. It's so it's so obvious that it's like a copycat from Death Note, and, and they just really they 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 tried to make it so original by changing it to Chaget. In the end, it become Chaget Note. So, because even from the, was it God of, yeah, I think it was God of Death, the first title that they had. It's somewhat they changed that, and then eventually it ended up with with Chaget Note. And another thing is I really love in the is that they turn it into a message board. Man, so maybe when the moment Gin was I guess making the story um yeah, and maybe Kagura filled in, and I guess maybe they just left notes on that name that he was doing before he asked Shachi to create the art. But they never really proofread it. Then they just included everything. They were so in a rush, and man, it's just crazy that they they even let that to be given to the editor. So I guess I guess that's just they just wanted the editor to do all the work. But yeah, that's one of the struggles of the editor is that yeah, they are the ones who really look into the works of the mangaka, and I think it's much easier especially if the mangaka is already used to um and how the manga should be presented. And most of the time I think the editors just like their double check or some things. But from Bakuman, from what I've watched, most of the time the editor also gives some feedback or with regards to how to make the story a little bit better, or the progression, or maybe the characters. So I think that's also another good traits of an editor. So yeah, it's such a cool and funny episode. And it's really nice seeing a callback from other anime that um I'm more familiar, because they've done a lot of references from other, I guess, celebrities shows, but I'm not really familiar with them. So that's why it's hard to follow with regards to the joke or the what they're really pushing for. So it's nice to somewhat understand what they're doing from this episode. So how about you guys? What are your thoughts on this episode? Just leave it in the comments down below, and if you would like to add some few details or just share your thoughts, just let me know in the comments. And if you did enjoy watching my reaction, please leave a like and subscribe if this is your first time here, so you'll be updated whenever I upload my reaction videos. And my reaction to the next episode is also now available on my Patreon. Just go to the link in the description down below. There you'll have an early access, and it will really help support this channel and help me create more reaction videos like this in the future. So thank you again for watching. See you on my next video. Have a great day. Goodbye.